You have big dreams. You can see exactly where you want to be. You can picture the life, the success, the version of yourself that finally made it happen. And that vision feels so real sometimes that it almost hurts. But then the day starts. You pick up your phone. Just for a minute, you tell yourself. That minute becomes 30. 30 becomes an hour. Somewhere between the scrolling and the snacking and the "I'll start after this episode," the day slips away from you. And at night, you lie there, staring at the ceiling, replaying everything you did not do. You feel the guilt settle in like a weight on your chest. You promise yourself tomorrow will be different. You mean it when you say it. But tomorrow comes, and you do the same thing all over again. Here is what makes this so painful. You are not someone without ambition. You have more ideas than most people around you. You think about your goals constantly. You know exactly what you want. And that is precisely what makes this so confusing. Because if you want it so badly, why can you not make yourself move? You are not broken, you are not weak, and you are definitely not alone. There is a name for what you are experiencing. There is a psychological reason your ambition and your action refuse to meet. And once you understand what is actually happening inside your mind, everything is going to start to make sense. Your brain is running two programs at the same time, and right now, they are at war with each other. The first program is your ambition. It lives in the part of your brain that imagines the future, that sets goals, that gets excited about possibility. This part of you is alive and loud. It lights up when you watch someone else succeed. It makes plans at midnight. It genuinely believes you are capable of something great. The second program is your survival system. It lives in the oldest, deepest part of your brain, and its only job is to keep you safe, comfortable, and away from anything that feels like a threat. Hard work feels like a threat. Uncertainty feels like a threat. The possibility of trying and failing, that feels like the biggest threat of all. So, when your ambition says, "Let's work on the goal today," your survival system looks at what that actually involves: effort, discomfort, the risk of discovering you are not as capable as you hoped, and it immediately offers you something easier: your phone, a snack, a show, anything that delivers a small hit of dopamine right now without any of the risk. You take the easy option. Your brain rewards you with relief, and then it remembers avoiding the hard thing made you feel better, so it offers you the same escape tomorrow and the day after that. Without realizing it, you have trained your brain to treat your goals as a source of danger. This is not laziness. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do. But here is the reframe that changes everything. Your brain did not arrive this way. This pattern was built with repetition. Every time you chose comfort over action, you reinforced the loop. And because it was built, because it is learned behavior and not your identity, it can be unbuilt. It can be replaced, not overnight, but one decision at a time. The version of you that actually moves toward the goal is not a different person. It is you with a different pattern running. Knowing why you are stuck is not enough. You need to know what to do about it. Here is exactly how you break the cycle. The first thing you need to accept is that you are not going to feel like it. Motivation is not a starting point. It is a reward you get after you already started. You've been waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel inspired, waiting for a day when the resistance is not there. That day is not coming. The resistance is always going to be there at the beginning. Your only job is to move anyway. Do not ask yourself if you feel like it. Ask yourself if you're going to do it. Those are two completely different questions. The second tool is to start so small it feels almost embarrassing. Your ambition wants to make grand plans, 5-year roadmaps, complete overhauls, but your brain is terrified of grand plans because they feel enormous and uncertain. So shrink it. Work for 10 minutes. Write one paragraph. Send one email. Make one decision. The goal right now is not progress. The goal is proof to your own brain that you can do it. That proof builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds the life you actually want. The third tool is fixing your environment before you rely on your willpower. Willpower is a resource and it runs out. Successful people do not have more of it than you. They just design their surroundings so they need less of it. Put your phone in another room. Close every tab except the one you need. Clean the space where you work. Make the productive option the easiest option. Every distraction you remove is a battle you never have to fight. You are not building discipline, you're building a system that makes discipline unnecessary. The fourth tool is the hardest one to hear. Stop consuming content about doing the thing and actually do the thing. Watching videos about productivity is not productivity. Reading about discipline is not discipline. Your brain has learned to treat information gathering as a form of action. It is not. It is the most sophisticated form of avoidance you have. You already know enough to start. Close the tab, open the work. The information you actually need will come from doing, not from watching. The fifth tool is making peace with producing bad work. Your first attempt is supposed to be rough. Every expert you admire was once a beginner producing embarrassing output. The gap between your taste and your current ability is not a reason to quit. It is the gap that closes through repetition. Stop waiting until you can do it well. Start doing it badly, consistently, until badly becomes okay, and okay becomes good. Quality is not a starting point. It is a destination you reach by shipping imperfect work over and over again. The sixth tool is self-compassion, and this one is not optional. Every time you lie in bed hating yourself for another wasted day, you are making the next day harder. Guilt and shame do not create action. They create avoidance. When you fall short, and you will fall short, talk to yourself the way you would talk to someone you love. You had a hard day. Tomorrow is a new start. One bad day does not define the pattern unless you decide it does. Pick yourself up without drama and get back to work. That's not weakness. That is the most underrated skill a high achiever can have. Here is the truth you need to hear before this ends. You are not a lazy person. Lazy is not who you are. Lazy is a pattern you've been running, a pattern your brain built to protect you from discomfort. And now that you understand the pattern, you have something you did not have before. You have a choice. You can keep letting the survival system win. You can keep choosing the phone over the work, the comfort over the growth, the fantasy over the attempt. That path is easy, and it will cost you everything you actually want. Or you can make one small move today. Not a perfect move, not a massive life overhaul. One small, imperfect, uncomfortable step toward the thing you keep saying matters to you. And then, tomorrow, one more. And the day after, one more. That is how the pattern changes. That is how the brain rewires. That is how the ambitious, stuck person becomes the ambitious, moving person. You do not need more motivation. You do not need a better plan. You do not need to wait until you feel ready. You need to decide right now, today, whether the life you keep imagining is actually worth the discomfort it is going to take to build it. You already know the answer. Now go prove it.